Welcome back to this channel.
Yeah.
My name is UT and
I'm Chi.
Yep.
Thank you so much for watching our previous videos. In this video, we're going to tell our journey from being single
to getting married.
2 shades of single, right? To
But
getting married.
Remarriage.
Yeah. Remarriage and single.
Let me tell you from personal experience, it could be very difficult for someone who is single to get married. And also, it could also be very difficult for someone who has married before to remarry.
I think it's more difficult actually.
It's actually more difficult because all these are coming from personal experiences.
Yeah.
I have experiences from both ends, and I'm sure you also have.
You've been single.
Yes, I've been single.
Married, single again, and remarried.
That's right.
So me, I've been single all my life.
That's it.
Getting to a point where I feel like, okay, marriage doesn't want to happen.
Wow.
And then I now got married to somebody who has been married before. So you see how that journey goes.
Well, you see, this is how it all happened.
Yeah, the sweetness, the ups and downs, the joy, the bliss, the time of decision, all of that is what we're going to give you in this series. This is going to be a series. I think it's the first of the series actually. So if you watch our 2 previous videos before the couple tag, we already told you how we met, how the proposal and all that, and how I came to see him, right? And then how I got to the destination and I felt like, what's wrong with this guy? Why is he looking this way? And how we did all of the transformation. So this is a follow-up from that story. And I know you love stories, okay? Right?
Yeah, story time.
Are you ready to tell the story?
Story.
All right, don't go anywhere if you're in for this story.
Welcome back.
Yeah.
This is the experience. My journey to getting married again was quite difficult, I must say.
How old were you when you got married?
I got married at the age of 27.
Yeah, he was really young.
Yeah.
I really like people that get married young.
And I was married for
9 years.
For 9 years, yes.
Yeah, so he's a big boy. I mean, like you took this journey very early, and you know, I really like that. Like, you know,
absolutely.
The courage is what
in fact,
I like.
I was almost getting to 10 years.
Yeah, it's almost going to 10 years anniversary.
Imagine that. Okay, so the kids were actually 4 in number, you know, and the dynamics of looking after 4 children. At first, I was saying I'm not going to remarry, I'm going to just be single, but it was not as easy as I thought. So I started telling myself sincerely, at first, this is my experience, I started developing some health issues. My blood pressure increased, I was having severe headache, I was restless, I was not having emotions, things were not pleasing to me. Then I had a rethink. I sat back and asked myself, what is really the issue? Is it relationship is not the issue, because meeting people is easier for me to do, but I actually needed a companion, someone who's going to shoulder most of those things that I have been carrying on alone. You can imagine a single man having the eldest child to be 8 years and the youngest to be just 2 weeks, carrying that for 2 years. Now the eldest became 11 and the youngest became 2 plus. So in the space of 2 years, I was
3 years actually.
almost 3 years. I was overstressed. As in, I got to the point that I could not bear it again.
On my own end,
yes,
being single and then, you know, having all of those pictures when you get married.
Hold on.
Yeah.
I actually toasted her. Then I told her, just come and see.
Yeah. If you haven't watched that video, you should go to the previous videos and watch how all of that happened and how he caught me in 7 days of conversation. So anyway, when I now came, these are the pictures that we. So I arrived, seeing him, and he had already pranked the children, like, okay, oh, this auntie is gonna come, but that day he pranked them, like, oh, she's not gonna come again.
Look at this. How the children felt when she arrived.
As like
the girls just all of them wanted to snap with mom. In fact, what my son did, he came to me and asked, Daddy, what should I call her? Should I call her auntie or should I call her mommy? I said, just follow your mind.
So that means you guys had already gossiped me like
no, not really. That was spontaneous. That was spontaneous because he had that assurance.
He's very.
He had that assurance that this might be a permanent
one.
Yeah. So the girls got snapping the picture with
me. In fact, as we arrived, I remember how they ran out. They were just like, oh, we are expecting you, and that it was not pranking or that you won't come again. We had waited and all that. They were so like ready, like you would think that we had met all our lives, as in that we were just coming again to visit, and that was my first time. Apart from the fact that, okay, like I told you guys, we had done a video call a couple of times, before then, and which is one of the things that made me fall in love with this man again. Like, oh, okay, cute children, cute, like.
Wait a minute. So this man isn't cute?
That's not what I said.
Cute children.
I said where you have the icing on the cake. So so we had to immediately I came, we had to change clothes. Look at it, we had to go and eat. This place was very important. I remember something that was very remarkable. Why the two girls, we we're like twins, like the two middle girls. I kept observing that day that the girls are very close in age. Okay, I understood later they were very close in age. I remember they had to share drinks, they had to do everything together. Then the boy and the baby, and I bonded with the baby immediately. It looked like, wow. In fact, I think she was just feeling like, hey, my mommy had traveled since I did not want to come.
I'm telling you.
She just had this instant, welcome back, where have you been? Like, and she was so mature for her age. She was just acting independent.
I don't want to have that. I don't want to feel that feeling.
It's very
because
surreal.
I know how the ambience was. Everyone was just like, wow, could it just be as mommy? In fact, even the older ones just like, mommy is back.
Yes, it was just scary. It was really scary for me. I was like, wow, And then I was now, being somebody who just came, I was just expecting what next, what's going to happen next.
But see what happened. After they welcome you, we talked about you were hungry. That was before then. I'd already taken you to the site, showed you the property before you now came home. Then we were now like, let's go and get food, That's when we now moved to.
We now went to eat. From there, I think we came out because it's already evening, so we were not planning that. We were not planning that we're going to go out the next day and see places, because Uyo is quite a tourism place.
It was in the evening. We just stayed in the parlor. In fact, we actually laid on the ground.
That we came back. Yes. Now, not that dress for the night.
They actually followed us.
It was like, they followed us. We all came back and then we all laid back. You would think that this was just one family that just reunited and all that. It was just amazing. You can look at the pictures.
I must tell you that feeling by the time when she came and the kids were just all over her, I just breathed a breath of relief. I knew that life had come back.
And this man was just behaving weird. Like he was just like, like relaxed. Like, okay, you come on, so this is the room you're gonna stay. This is where this and this. Took me around the house and said, okay, also tomorrow we'll go out, show you some places in town. It was like, okay, and we're planning, swimming, we're gonna go this, we're gonna go that. And it was just really, I remember that night we were just gisting.
It was quite amazing.
It was really, really, really cool.
Amazing.
And then the next day,
the next morning, I had something to do on campus.
Exactly.
So I needed to go and drop some forms.
Yes. I remember.
We had to go. I just imagined how I was looking. Just look at
And I was telling him that this is your hair. After from this your appointment, you're going to go straight. I asked him, do you have a favorite barber? He was like, don't worry, I have a place, I said, okay, because obviously he hasn't visited a barber for months,
I didn't have any business with the barber, Then my slogan was, what am I barbing my hair?
This hair that you can see is not how the hair was. He parted it for it to be like that. The hair was really like very huge.
Yeah, I actually used my hand to bring.
He finished with his business on campus and all that. Then we went straight to barb the hair. After we barb the hair, this
Wow,
is when he came back.
come on. I can just imagine. Look at how I look.
Oh my
You know, this picture reminds
I'm telling you.
me so much of, come on, I was pressured. Sure,
Yeah, I know.
just look at
I know.
look at the size of my face and how swollen I was looking, and you know the hair was swallowing all those stuff. But
You didn't notice that your face was swollen and all that.
Yeah, I
but
was
you
not
barbed
looking
it.
so prim.
Yeah,
and
I remember that day too. We also went out to see the National Stadium, to see a few more places. You were supposed to the mall or so, we couldn't go. I remember we just went all around town.
Yes,
You know, went to shop, but then we went to shop, went to the choice.
Yeah, even though some of those clips are not actually.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. We went to shop.
Yes.
Then we came back. Then your hair was cut. I remember everybody was just asking you, "Oh, you cut your hair finally."
I'm telling you, they were saying you look so handsome.
Guys, apparently people have been hounding him, asking him, "Oh, just cut your hair, just look trim and all that." He refused.
You see what I did?
So they were wondering who finally
if I had
convinced
back
him.
my hair, the level, in fact, babes would have been disturbing me so much. I'm telling you,
But
even
you
the way I was
your
looking, even the way I was looking, I know how people just be, wow, this man, nice man. I didn't want anybody who would come to me because of how I look. I needed who would come to my life just because the person sees beyond the outward appearance.
I can imagine. And then the icing on the cake on this my story, on this particular episode, is how finally, I think the day after, he was to take me to see his parents.
Wow.
First of all, I can't forget that day. Like, I remember dressing up in this t-shirt. He gave me this t-shirt too, guys. It was this guy had me prepared, ready. He had things for me to wear, anything I wanted, and it just felt like home, you know. I was like, now. So he took me to see his parents. Man, this is one of the most remarkable experiences of my life, my entire life. First of all, I have never in my life seen a man old, like a man that is like my father's age or older, with so much emotion, so much expression of love, like I found my father-in-law.
Now,
and we walked
this man, you people are even seeing the picture. He's not just old. This man is.
He's almost 90, guys.
You're talking about?
He's
just a year short of 90.
So at that time he was like 87, but he looks young. See how young he looks, happy, go lucky. That's just who he is, absolutely. I remember how he asked me. He kept asking me after the son had said, after they had even became wow, like you barbed your hair. Oh my God, is she the one that convinced you? Then she must really be special and all that.
Surprised.
He was so surprised that he barbed his hair. Then he went on to introduce me, and the father said, wait a minute, called me and said, are you sure you want to marry my son? I said, yes. He said, it is not the first time I'm seeing people that will say, around that, and then they will not see them again.
That's the thing you're saying. It's not supposed to be your voice. My daughter.
As in there?
My daughter. He now told me, my son. In fact, he didn't say, is she the one? He did not say, is she the one? He said, she is the one.
See, first of all, he was so excited and was like, so finally you are the one that God was telling me. You are the one. I thought this man didn't know whether to carry me up or down. He will carry me, he will put me on his lap, he will put me down, he will say I should sit down, he will stand up. He was super excited. He was like, oh God. Then he now asked me, I want to be sure. Has he told you that he has 4 children? I said, yes. He said, you sure? You want to marry him? I said, yes. He said, so you are the one God has been telling me. Oh God, I am alive today because God kept me to see you. I cannot die again. I have 30 more years added to my life.
I'm telling you.
He was just talking. I was stunned first. That was my first time, guys. Seeing a man. You know how people think that men don't express emotions. Daddies may not even tell you I love you all your life. They'll just be there. You'll be asking that you don't know what is the mind of your father, but this was different. I knew that this was not just home for me, but that this was like a divine, like it was divine that this was it for me.
Wait a minute.
Then your mom.
Wait. So you want to tell me that your father has not expressed himself like
my father expressed himself, but not like this. No, my father's own is not even half of this. My father expresses his own with deeds. My father's level as my love language is deeds. My father will go all out for you, check you out, pamper you, but saying it, expression like, oh, I love you. Sit down here, my daughter. He called me Emma. He called me Oya that day. He called me 20 names. And
Ima is love. Oya is beauty. See how beautiful.
And that's why he still calls me till today. And then your mom. For the first time I saw a retired
legal
lawyer.
luminary.
And she was wearing like her jacket. Okay, let me find a picture. Okay, see the picture.
The picture.
Exactly. So she was so excited. She was like, oh.
And she was not expecting your coming.
Exactly.
I did not inform
Nothing.
them. I just went there with her, and immediately I entered. They're like, they started smiling. It was just a smile.
It was just
they were
for
so
the first
excited.
time I saw a woman who another thing that is very uncommon.
See when you were sitting down with my dad, see how the man was excited. And you didn't even know I took this picture.
I didn't know the pictures. I just now another remarkable thing was that the woman went into her room. I can't forget. Brought money in her hands.
Brought wine.
How much? And wine. And said, take it. My husband has said everything. We are happy. You are welcome. You're this. Put money in my hands. I said, use this. Buy an extra wine. Give your parents. Tell them that you have come to see us and we are excited and we now want to come and see them. I was like,
that one was not planned though. I did not know.
Even you were taking pictures. You have been taking pictures, but you were not even.
Man.
It was just
I think that sped up everything.
I think so, yeah.
That sped up everything because remember when you were coming, did you tell your parents you were coming?
I didn't tell my parents I was coming to New I just told my parents I wanted to go and see my sister also. I just gave one excuse and left. At that time, we will still bring that story. I will tell you guys why I was with my parents at that time, how everything worked.
Exactly.
But anyway, this is the end of this part of the story because the video is getting long. But follow up to the next story to know what happened immediately after I saw the parents.
It is very important to watch.
Yeah, very important.
Next video because
it's very important, guys.
This story,
my
God, is inside the.
So, what is your experience if you are married? If you have met how did you meet your parents-in-law or your family? Was it warm? Was it how did you overcome all of those hurdles? If you had hurdles at it, share with us in the comments as well. We want to hear your story as well.
Before you even get there, I just want to say that this is actually the true journey to me getting remarried.
Yeah, for me moving from being single to becoming a mom of 4 and a wife. You want to follow this series, guys? Don't miss the next one. Okay. Bye.
Bye.